Hi and welcome back, my name is Emily. In this video I will be creating 3 cards using the new Autumn Impressions stamp set from Trinity Stamps. So this video is a part of a blog hop that is celebrating Trinity Stamps' new release, and the release is also called Autumn Impressions and it will be available today. This video, as I said, is a part of a blog hop to celebrate this, and you will find the next person in line right below in the description box. And don't forget to leave comments on all of the videos for a chance to win a gift card. All the details about the blog hop and the gift card and everything will be listed down below, as well as the next person in line. So you can see here I am taking a couple of the leaves from this Autumn Impression stamp set, and I have my Misty here and I will use it for this first card. This is handy just to get a hang of how to do this card, but you will see for the other 2 cards that I created you don't need a stamping tool like this to create it. But I wanted my stamps here to have a two-toned color combination for all of them. You can see I'm inking them up with one lighter and one darker color, and I'm using Lone Fawn inks here, but you can use whatever type of ink pad that you have. And then I'm just rotating my stamp, my panel in my Misty, and I will have the next step here already positioned in perfect place, so I don't need to fiddle around with the placement. And to avoid getting hard lines here, I'm going in with a rag just to dab off the point where the 2 colors meet on our stamp, and that makes it so that it's a little bit of a smoother transition between these colors. So here I'm doing 2 leaves at a time just to save some time. Basically you can do them separately, but I thought this was easy enough. And I went in with a green color combination here together with yellow and an orange, so I am getting some variations in my colors here. And then I'm taking the second one here. This is a really bright red color, and I will combine them with an orange and with a brown color. Now my stamps are so far apart that I don't need to be worried about contamination when I'm using my ink cubes. So I can use a lot of different markers here, ink pads. So you can see this was quite quick to create. I am soon finished with the reef that is going around a panel here and filling all of those spaces out. So we just have one more to go and then we're pretty much done. And you will see that when you're done with this one, you can go in with some of the smaller elements just to fill in and tie everything together. And I think this green color combination was one of my favorites. I really like how that light parts and the darker parts of the leaves bring this color, the leaf to life. That is what I love about autumn, that all the trees and the leaves are shifting colors and everything looks so vibrant and nice. It really is one of my favorite seasons. So in this stamp set it also comes with a Happy Thanksgiving, and I stamped it in black in the middle, and then I will tie everything together, as I said previously, with one of that smaller elements. And I'm using a rocking technique here. I'm just inking the stamp into a lighter and darker color and just wheeling my stamp around to get somewhat of a 2-colored stamp here. So when I'm happy with this, I will leave it be and I will start creating our next card. So for this card I wanted to create a background pattern. That is one of my favorite techniques to do, and I was considering doing it in the Misty, but I thought it would take too much of a time, so I just pulled out a couple of acrylic blocks that I had in my stash. Some are Trinity Stamps on a Lone Fawn, some are non-branded marks here, so I just went ahead and used the ones I liked the most. And I did a couple of the same color combination. I had all the stuff laying out on my desk, so this was really easy just to grab them and to start stamping. And now I'm taking the lightest color first, and then I'm going into the edges with my darker color, and I'm looking through the stamp just to make sure that I have some variation in the colors here. And you can see how easy this was, and I will speed this up a little bit. So here you can see how the finished our two finished panels look. I went in with some splatters just to make sure that everything was tied together. So here's our third card. I'm going in with a die, just a circle die that I had in my stash, and I'm just tracing that inside part to have something to guide me to create my wreath here. So I will basically do the same thing here. I have the same colors, and I will go in, but this time I will try to mimic the arch of our circle here, just to create a fun wreath. And I didn't want this to be dimensional. This stamp set you can actually buy coordinating dies, so you can pop some of the elements up, but I really liked this, how it looked when it was just stamped down. So now I'm going in with the last one here, and our wreath is all done. And I will go in with an eraser just to take away the pencil line that we created, so that the recipient doesn't see that, because I don't think it looked very nice, or finished I should say. And then I will go in, you can see I just used one leaf that was brown, and I thought it looked quite funny to have it on the top there without anything to balance it out. And I like to work in like odd numbers here, so I'm going in 3 different places, just placing that little berry that is brown around my panel. And I think everything looks so much better when we was done with that step. So all things tied together and look nicely. And then we are going to start adhering our panels down and create our sentiment for these projects. So for one of them I wanted a red border, but I was quite I wanted to conserve some of the paper here, so I will just cut the inside part out and adhere my panel down on top, and nobody except all of you that is watching this video will know that I cut that part away. But I think it makes a huge difference tying everything together with that red color. And I did the same thing for our wreath here, but this time I used some cream colored cardstock, and I think that contrasts well with our white panel here. And then we will go in with some even more contrasting colors here with the autumn greetings, and that one is also from one of the new stamp sets that will be released today. And I will of course have all the products that I'm talking about in this video listed down below. So I'm just popping that up. And for our last panel here, I'm taking an ink cube directly to my paper here and just going around the edges, and you will see that this makes a huge difference. It really like tell you where the panel starts and ends, and you will get some contrast against that white paper. I don't know how much the camera is picking up, but please try it if you haven't done it. It really is an interesting way to get some some definition on a white panel like this. And this is one of my favorite stamp set. It has been released in June. It's really this nice bold font, and it will say "I miss you," I believe, and I will gold heat emboss it on top of this panel. Oh, sorry, I will actually just ink it up in black. So miss you. You can see how nice that is. Using my smooshing tool here from Make Forte, just to make sure that I have a good impression. And then I will go ahead and adhere my panel down to a top. This is landscape card, but it's an A2 sized one. So you can see here are all of our 3 projects side by side. To finish this off, I will use some embellishment, also from Trinity Stamps. These are the black bubbles. I don't know what the name is for them, but they will also be listed down below. They are fantastic for just creating these extra details, and I use them around my wreath just to tie my sentiment together with that. Since I didn't use any black other than the sentiment, I thought it looked a little bit funny, so I wanted something to like tie everything together. And I did the same thing for our other card there, just using some of those embellishments to tie everything together. So I hope you like these projects. All the links are listed down below, and I will also have the first link to the next person in line for this video hop. So until next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye!